Whenever we hear these terms in the gospel, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God, we might think of things that are of life eternal, or maybe the end of the world. But Jesus makes very clear in the gospel that the kingdom of God is present in our midst, in our own time. And so these parables are really stories about how God is acting now, how heaven, in fact, is breaking forth in the present moment. And it is a reminder, as we heard in that first reading, that we should be attentive to the fact that our ways are not God's ways. God acts differently and has a different kind of justice. And so we hear, first of all, that God acts in a way that is unrelenting. He is, the poet says, is the hound of heaven. He keeps coming after us, and he comes out at any time of the day of our life, whether it's early in the morning or late in the day for some. God is unrelenting. He keeps coming after us, and he is one who never gives up on seeking us out. Yes, we heard in that first reading, seek the Lord while he may be found, but we should also realize that God is seeking us even more than we seek him, and to be confident, but also allow him to come into the presence of others, maybe if it is late in the day, and to be patient with them. And we also see that Jesus tells us that the kingdom of God is one in which the landowner comes to those in an equal way. The last ones of the day are asked, why didn't you stand here idle all day? And they said, because no one has hired us. They were there throughout the day, standing on the corner, waiting to be hired, just like the ones who received the call early in the morning. And so it's important for us to keep in mind that sometimes life does shortchange some people. The call of grace, prosperity, and good fortune comes later on in their life, and the opportunity to be able to respond also does. And so we should be patient with them. I always like that line that people who were born on third base should not think they hit a home run when they succeed, realizing that God's fortune and blessing comes at different stages in the lives of people. And finally, we have this scene of those who worked throughout the day receiving the same wage. It's not so much that God is shortchanging those who worked all day, for they are receiving the wage that they agreed on. But it's a reminder that God's generosity is never secondhand. It is not shortchanging anyone. It is not halfway. God is fully generous with us and gives us what we need in the moment of our lives in order to carry on the work that he gives us. And so it is important for us as well to not be envious of the blessings of others, even if it comes at a moment of chance or last minute, that God is there to give all of us what we need in our own day and age. And so today, as we think about the kingdom of heaven, let's not think so much about the things at the end time, but have a firm belief that God is pressing in on our lives each and every day, and never give up hope. But also to be patient with those who come into the grace of God at different stages in their life, and realize that it's not up to us to judge who they are. And finally, to give thanks to God for the generosity we receive, knowing that God's generosity is never halfway. It is always full in our lives. We're given everything that we need in life, each and every day, because God is the one who seeks us out. He is the hound of heaven. He does not give up on any of us. And for that, we should be grateful.